we have started the lesson of refraction of light, isn't it? I have explained about this, why you learn refraction of light, what is the importance of that, and how the rays works. Okay, I have explained all those things with an example, but I think I need to revise them. Otherwise, you are unable to understand what the further portion I'm going to explain today. Okay, let us recall all those points as soon as possible. Yeah, now, so refraction of light. So before you go for the meaning of the refraction, let us understand why you need to study this. Okay, if you are studying something means you have to understand why you are going to study that. So why you need to study this one, refraction. Okay, so from microscope to convex, from microscope to simple lens, we are using the refraction of light process. From microscope to common lens, we are using this refraction of a light method, isn't it? So this is the reason behind that you are going to study this. Okay, so before the definition, I will give you some example why you say the refraction, the definition like this. For example, I'm going to tell you, take two containers, isn't it? I'm going to tell you, take two containers, or else take one container, place some object here. Place some object in the container and stand beside this. Stand beside this container. Okay. Now you are unable to imagine that you are unable to see this object. Take it as a coin only. Okay. You are unable to see this coin. Why? Because the rays which are coming from the coin are blocked by this container. The rays which are coming from this object or coin blocked by this container. So you are unable to see this object here. Okay. The second here, take the same container and place the object where you are kept before, and now you are pouring some water into this container. You are adding some water into this container. Okay. So now I am saying you again, it stand beside the place we are standing before. Now I can tell you, sir, I can tell you that now you can see this object. Now you can see this object. How it possible? Why you can see the object now and why can't you see the object here at that time? Okay, that is because of the mediums. That is because of the mediums. When the light rays passes from one medium to another medium, they bend. When the light rays passes from one medium to another medium, they bend. What happens here when you are having the water in the container? Whatever the light rays are reflecting from this coin, they will come till here, till the surface of the water. Once they reach this surface, they will start to bend. What they do? They will start to bend. Some of the rays will escape from this blocked surface of the container. At that time, you are able to see the coin. That is the reason. Okay. Why? What is the important thing here? When the light rays are moving from one medium to another medium, they are going to bend. They bend. Okay. So here, whenever I use the medium, you have to think yourself that mediums are here, air medium. See here, what is the medium? Only one container is there, one coin it is there in the middle. What is the medium here? This is the air medium, right? Here, what are the mediums are here? Two mediums. That is, one is air medium here, and another one is a water medium. Okay. What are the rays are coming out from the coin in the air water medium? They are changing their direction. They are going to bend once they reach the surface of the water here. This bending of light rays called a refraction. This bending of light rays, it is called it as a refraction. When the light rays moves from one medium to another medium, they bend. That bending is called in the physics refraction. Have you understood this? What are the mediums are here? Here it is a air medium and here it is a water and air medium. Okay. Yeah. Now you can see the coin. I will think that we can see the coin. Try to do this experiment if it is possible, if you are interested. Take a one bowl of water, take a one bowl and of water and drop one coin into it and try to catch the coin. Try to catch the coin, try to take the coin from the water. So you will fail for first and second attempt. It might be a third attempt. You will, only you will fail for a first attempt. Why? Because the rays which are coming from the coin, it is different from air, and it is same thing that is this is different in a water also. So the way what you will do, that your direction will be in the your direction is you are thinking that one. What are the rays are coming here? No, you are going to touch this. You are going to think that one coin is here. You are going to think that the coin is here. Okay. Why? Because the rays are coming from here. No. So we'll think that one your coin is here in this place, isn't it? So we will try to take the coin from this place, but this is not a real image. But this is not a real object, not image. This is not a real object. This is the real object, and this is the image of this object. This is the real object, and this one is the image of this object. Have you understood? And in between, what is the distance you get in between these two? This is called here shift. This is called here shift, and or else lateral displacement. You can say it as a lateral displacement. Have you understood this one? So many years they used to ask the question, what is lateral displacement or what is lateral shift? That I am going to give you the definition. I already given in the class, I think. Yeah. So the distance between this real object and image, what is the distance you will get? No, this shift, it is called it as a lateral displacement. Okay. What is this? Lateral displacement. Have you understood? This is about the what is that? Refraction. This is about refraction. Now let us study why refraction happens. Let us study why refraction happens here. Okay. That is because of the reason is when light, the speed of the light is different in different medium. The speed of the rays is different in different medium, right? So consider glass and air, or consider glass and air. I'm taking two medium here. One is a glass medium and another is a air medium. Here, why refraction happens? Okay. That is because the speed of the light rays is different in a different medium. Okay. When the light rays are passing from dense medium to rare medium. When the light rays are passing from dense medium to rare medium. If I say dense medium to rare medium directly, you are unable to understand. Let me take this one as an example of high speed medium and low speed medium. Okay. High speed medium and low speed medium. Okay, before that one, light has a very important property. That one, lights wants to reach on time. Lights want to reach on a time. It doesn't want to go before the time nor late also. Okay, so for example, if you want to reach at 9 o'clock to the school means if just want to reach 9 o'clock only, not before nor late, isn't it? So the same way, light has one property, that one. It doesn't reach before nor late. Okay. So whenever light coming from high speed medium to low speed medium, whenever light coming from high speed medium to low speed medium, the high speed of the ray is different in a medium, no? As I told you before, refraction happens because of the speed of the rays is different in a medium. Clear? Why it happens? Because light rays wants to reach on a time. Light rays want to reach on a time, not before nor late also. Okay. I'll give you an example. For example, okay. Yeah. For example, you are coming to school from your home. Okay. Think that 1 kilometer distance is there. If there is no traffic, then it will reach very early. If there is a traffic, it takes some more time to reach. Okay. So whenever traffic is not there, you doesn't want to reach school on before the time. So what you guys will do? You take a long way. You take a long way, isn't it? When the traffic is more, you don't want to go to school late also. At that time, what you will do? You will take a short way. What you guys do? You will take a short way. It means here, the simple thing is here, what I'm going to explain you, what I'm going to clear you, that is, just light wants to reach on time. Just light want to reach on time, but it doesn't want, it doesn't reach on a time. Why? Because the speed of the rays is different in a different medium. Let us see what it does when it is going from dense high speed medium to low speed medium and low speed medium to high speed medium. Clear? For that, I'm going to draw one diagram. That is, this is a glass, okay, and this is a air medium, okay. Here it is a normal ray. What is this? This is a normal ray, and now it's a incident ray. This is a incident ray. The incident ray goes like this. It is a real position. What is this? This is the real position of a incident ray, but it's going to bend here. What it is going to do here? It is going to bend. This is a refracted ray. What is this? This is a refracted ray. Okay. So here this is the air medium, this is the glass medium, and this is the incident ray. Okay. If the incident ray goes straight, if it is not passing from any different medium, so this is the way of, that is the real position of our ray here. Okay. Now this is the refracted ray. This is the refracted ray. This is going to bend towards the normal ray. This is going to bend towards the normal ray. Can you say anyone that why it is going to bend towards the normal ray? Why it is going away from the normal ray here? That is because only simple one thing here, when air has a different speed of a ray and glass has a different speed of a ray. Clear? Now this one, in the air, the speed is more comparatively glass. In the air, the speed is more comparatively glass medium. Here in air, you can say this one as a high speed medium. What is this? This is high speed medium, and this one is low speed medium. This is low speed medium. Okay. So when the rays comes from high speed medium to low speed medium, what happens here? Here the speed of the ray is reduces. Here the speed of the ray is reduces. If it is reducing, but light will not reach on the time, no? If the speed it is reduces, when the light will not reach on the time. So what it will do? It will take a shortcut. It will take a shortcut. What is the shortcut here? Bending towards a normal ray. Bending towards a normal ray. Clear this point? When the light rays are coming from rare medium to dense medium. When the light rays are coming from rare medium to dense medium. Rare medium means high speed. Rare medium means high speed. Dense medium means low speed. Okay. In the physics, here you are not going to use the words of a high speed, low speed. You have to use the word of rare medium and a dense medium. Clear? So here, when the light rays are coming from rare medium to dense medium. Why was saying rare medium here? Speed is more. Here it is a high speed. Why was saying to the dense medium? Because speed is reduces. So when the light rays coming from rare medium to dense medium, the light rays bends towards the normal ray so that it can reach on time. Clear my point? So that it can reach on a time. Okay. Now, I will you do this in reverse. When the light rays are coming from glass to air, when the light rays are coming from glass to air. Again, glass is a dense medium. Okay, the speed of the ray is lesser than the air medium. Clear? So when the light rays are coming from glass medium to air medium. Okay, what happens here? The light rays goes away from the normal ray. The light rays goes away from the normal ray. Why? Because speed becomes more at that time. When it comes to the rare medium, speed becomes more, but it doesn't want to reach early also. So what it will do? It will take a long route. Isn't it? It doesn't want to reach early also. So it will take a long route to reach the position. Clear? So the light has a property that it doesn't want to reach before and after also. So it is going to change the direction according to the medium. Clear? First point it is why we are learning the refraction of a light. Second point it is why we are learning the refraction. Why? Because you are using the process or lenses or what is this one? Yeah, you are using that one from the microscope to common rays which are using in our eyes also. So that is the reason you are using, you are studying this refraction. Second point, what is the refraction? Refraction is bending of a light rays when it goes from one medium to another medium. This is the second point. Third point, it is why it bends. Why it bends? What is the meaning? Why it bends? Why? Because the speed of the light ray is different in a different medium. Okay, so bending of a light rays, when it goes from one medium to another medium, that is the refraction. What are the mediums are here? You can use the medium, glass medium, air medium, vacuum, air medium. Glass, air, vacuum. Yeah, right. So now why it bends? Because the speed of the light rays is different in different medium. So it is going to bend here. Clear? So why? Why? Because the light has a property that one, it wants to reach on a time. Isn't it? So how it bend? How it bend? It depends on the it depends on the mediums from what medium to which medium it is going. Rarer medium to whether rarer medium to denser medium or denser medium to rarer medium. When the light rays are coming from rarer medium to denser medium, in the rarer medium means it is a high speed level, isn't it? Denser medium means it is a low speed medium. When the light rays are coming from rarer medium to denser medium, in the rarer medium it is high, speed is more. When it comes to the denser medium, speed it will reduce. At that time, it will take a shortcut to reach on the time. Shortcut means what here? It is lies towards the normal ray. When the light rays are coming from denser to rarer, in a dense medium means what here? Dense medium means what here? Low speed. Rare medium means what? High speed. When the light rays are coming from denser medium to rarer medium, what happens? In the denser medium, speed is less. In the rarer medium, speed is more. Whenever the speed is more, it takes a long route. It means here it goes away from the normal ray. Clear? These are the 5 important points. Have you understood? Now come to the lateral displacement. As I told you before that so many times it is asked for 2 marks in your exam. And at that time you have to write the definition and with the diagram. Clear? So as I told you, this is the real position of the this one ray, and this is the refracted ray. In between, what you will get the distance, no? This is called here lateral displacement. I will give you this definition and the diagram in PDF. Okay. Some of the classes I had already given it seems. Clear? Yeah. Now, let us start. Okay. This is about the refraction of light. Okay. Now it is bending means how much it bends. Yeah, now I'm saying it is going to bend, no? How much? You have to study that, how much it is bending. Okay. For that, you need to study the laws of refraction. What you need to study here? Laws of refraction. In this, you are going to study how much it is going to bend. Okay. Yeah. In your textbook, page number 84, they have given the laws of refraction of light. laws of refraction. Okay. Yeah. First law it is here. I'm going to draw a diagram here. This is the normal ray, and I'm going to take two mediums again here. Now you are studying here how much light rays bends. What you are going to study here? Till now you study that one. The light ray is going to bend according to the medium which is coming from rarer to denser or denser to rarer. How much it is? That is you are going to study in this laws. Clear? Now first, if you can see in your textbook, children. Yeah, I'm going to draw diagram for that. First one is incident ray. That is incident ray, and the normal ray, incident ray, normal ray, and the refracted ray, and the refracted ray, incident ray, normal ray, and the refracted ray, all three lie in the same plane. Incident ray, normal ray, and refracted ray, all three lie in the same plane. Clear? That is the first law. The incident ray, the refracted ray, and the normal ray to the interference of a two transparent medium. The interference of a two transparent medium means that is air to, I have taken the example as a air and a glass medium. So media, the point incidence, all lie in the same plane. All lie in the same plane. Okay. Second law it is here. Second law is here, angle of incidence. Here I am taken I it is because this is the incident ray, isn't it? Here it is the incident ray, so it is taken it as a R here. Angle of incidence ray and angle of refracted R here. This is the R. Refracted ray, no, this is from normal ray to refracted ray. This is the real position of the incident ray. This one is the I and this is the R. So I and R here. Angle of incident and angle of refracted are related by sin I divided by sin R is equal to V1 and V2. What is here? Is equal to V1 and V2. Angle of incidence, here it is a incident ray, so it is taken it as a I, and here it is a refracted, so it is taken it as a R. But how they two are related here? Sin I by sin R is equal to V1 by V2. V1 is a velocity. Velocity means what here? Speed of the ray. V1 is a velocity. V1 is a one medium velocity. V2 is a another medium velocity. Clear my point here? What is the first law here? Angle of incidence, angle of normal ray, and angle of refracted ray, all three lies on a same plane when they are coming from, when they are going from one medium to another medium. This is the first one. Second one, it is here. What is here? You are going to find out what is the relation between incident, how they related incident ray and refracted ray. How you are taken denoted by that one? Incident ray is denoted as I, and refracted ray is denoted as a R. So here it is I and here it is a R. Clear? So how they both are related here? Sin I by sin R is equal to V1 by V2. You may ask me, ma'am, why it is taken it as a sine instead of taking it as a angle? Let me tell you that one later. Now V1 and V2 are here velocity. What these two are here? These two are here velocity. Clear? So second law is like this here in your textbook. You have to write the laws like this only. So how it is given, it is in the textbook only. The ratio of a sine of an angle of incidence to the sine of angle of refraction is a constant. What is this, children? This is a constant. Clear? It is constant for the light of given color and for the given pair of medium. This law is also known as the Sen's law of a refraction. This is true. Okay, that is if I is the angle of incidence and R is the angle of refraction, then sin I by sin R is equal to constant here. Okay, sin I by R is equal to constant. Now, so yeah, here V1 and V2 are the velocities. Velocity means what here? Speed of the light here. V1 means you can stick it as the speed of one medium, and V2 is taken it as a speed of another medium. So now you may ask me, ma'am, why it is taken it as a sin I and sin R? Here, what you are getting, children? Here you are getting angle, no? Isn't it? You are getting an angle here, and speed you are getting in a numbers. Speed you are getting in a number, and here these two are you are getting in an angle. Can you multiply 30 degree into 5? Can you multiply like this? You cannot multiply the number and this one. You cannot multiply number and angles, isn't it? You cannot multiply number and angle. So it is taken it as a sin I by sin R. Why I am giving you such examples so that you can keep it in mind while writing in the exam. Don't by the formula also sin I by sin R. If you know this, sin I by sin R is equal to V1 by V2 is equal to constant, then you can write the second law easily, very easily. Right. So for first law, incident, normal and refracted ray, all those three rays lies in a same plane when they are coming from one medium to another medium. It is very simple. Clear. So only I am giving you such examples. So why you are taking it is a sign, because you cannot multiply the angle with the number. How you will do? 30 degree by 30 degree is equal to 5 like this. Can you do like this? You cannot do, no? So it is taken it as a sign. In a math, you already learned this in this year. So you have values for angles. Sin 30, sin 90, sin 60, sin 0. Whenever you will get an angle, for that you are having a values in a numerical. So it is taken it as a sin I and sin R. Clear my point? So yeah, now V1 and V2 is the sin of. So these are the laws. And here, what is the constant you will get now? This is refractive index. Refractive index. What is this? This is refractive index. Now, next point is here, the refractive index. Next point it is here, the refractive index. In this refractive index, you are going to learn about, if it is a Vm, then this is here velocity in a different medium. If it comes here Vm here, this is velocity in a different medium. So next here, C by, yeah, it's ratio of a speed of a light in a vacuum, speed of light in vacuum, and speed of a light in a medium. Okay, so these are some formulas you will get, like a N21, V1 by V2, speed of a light in medium 1, speed of a light in medium 2, okay, and N1 and 2, speed of a light in medium 2 divided by speed of a light in medium 1, V2 by V1. These are the some calculation, how you are going to find the angles. What are the angles between incident and the diffracted ray? Nm means that is speed of light in air, okay, which is taken it as a C. Speed of light in a medium, that is taken it as a V, that is C by V. So here you have one table in your textbook, that is page number 85. What are the material medium and what are the refractive index? These all are here constant, okay. So absolute refractive index of some material and medium. Clear. So this is about the what is diffraction, how it works, okay. What happens when it is coming from one medium to another medium? What is lateral displacement? What are the laws of refraction of a light? And what is the refractive index? Clear? And in the next class, I'm going to explain about refraction by spherical lenses. Okay? Refraction by spherical lenses. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, children.